Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to this special episode of Crushing Land, our 50th episode overall. It's actually our 100th video that's going out on YouTube. And so first off, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's watched these videos, everybody that's listened to the podcast, whatever it may be, whether you're listening live right now, watching live right now, or you're listening later. A big thank you to you guys. We started this in the last couple of years, and just want to take a little bit of time on this show today, on this episode today, to kind of talk about what's happened the last couple of years, go over where things are at now, what's planned for the future, all of these different things in order to help you with your land investing business. So again, thank you for joining us, whether you're watching live or listening or watching later, whatever it may be. Glad that you're part of this. So in the last couple of years here on Crushing Land basically started with a one episode idea. And basically we had an attorney on. We were talking about probate. That was our very first issue, and people were asking about that. So we decided to do a little special episode to kind of help you guys with that. And then it turned into a demand for more things. And so over that time, we've had a bunch of different professionals that we work with come on. A lot of people, they focus on just interviewing other people that are doing land investing, and we have some of that. But we also brought in professionals that we work with day in and day out to help you to see how to bring your land investing to the next level. And so we had on somebody that talked about investing with self-directed IRAs. We had soil scientists, we had surveyors, we had a CPA, we had a direct mail company, a lot of different people that have talked about scaling, what different things that they've done inside their land investing. So a lot of different things that we've done, and we've got more of that planned for you. It also turned into a regular program. Instead of just those special episodes where we were going to bring you different tidbits that you can use in your land investing business. Those episodes obviously were not as long. Those are only like 10, 15 minutes each. But again, things that can help you with your land investing. And we've had a good response to it. And so again, we want to thank you all for that. And hopefully you've gotten some nuggets out of this over the last couple of years and been able to use that for your business and moving forward. So what's going on now? Where are people at? One of the things that I've been hearing lately a lot is that business has slowed down. People aren't doing as many deals. Things are becoming harder, all of that. All right. And Gina's talked about that in our episode last week a little bit, and gave you guys some information on how to overcome that. Right. But that being said, why are people facing these things now? What's going on differently? Well, part of the problem is that anybody that jumped in the last couple of years, you basically came in an area where selling properties was the easiest thing in the world to do. And so getting them may have been a little bit harder because of competition, but if you got a contract, you could just sell them left and right. There was no real issue with that, right? If you had half a brain, honestly, no offense to anybody, but if you had half a brain, anybody out there could just put a property out, get it sold, and get the deal done. And that's what we're facing. Well, now as the market's shifting a little bit, some people are saying it's harder to get some deals because of competition. They're also sitting on them longer and all of those things. And we're not really running into those problems that everybody else is facing. In fact, I'll give you some examples of some current deals that we have going on right now, things that are going on right now. I just got this morning a message from a title company on a title commitment for a piece of property that we're purchasing. It's not a great deal. I mean, it's not a home run deal or anything like that. I mean, the purchase price is like $3,000 or something like that. And the sell price will be about $20,000, somewhere in that range. But that's, ready to go. Purchased property just in the last couple of weeks. And that property is on the other end of the spectrum, where we stand to make about $80,000 in profit on that deal. I got another one that's actually getting ready to close here in the next couple of weeks. And that one is in the low 70s in profit, about $72,000, $73,000 in profit. Now, you may be saying, as you're hearing this, well, those deals can be done if you're buying them for, hundreds of thousands of dollars and then selling them. That's not the case. We're still doing the same kind of deals that we did in the past. So the total purchase price into both of those properties, where we stand to make about $150,000 in profit, was under $20,000 total, and we're going to make $150,000 in profit in those deals still. So those deals are still out there. We've got another deal right now. It's under contract for $20,000. It's closing in the next week or so. That property was purchased for like $2,000. Again, recently. We got a property that we just put under contract yesterday for owner financing for $9,000. $9,000 owner financing deal. By the time it's all said and done, it'll be about a $14,000 deal. But that was a very cheap, low-end property that we purchased. Bottom line is these deals are still out there. They're still happening. You just need to know how to go and get them. And you need to know what you're doing differently and educating yourself right in this current market and where things are at. We've been doing this a long time. We've seen all different types of markets, and we understand how to work through them. And the part of it, too, is our own mentality. You heard some deals there, some things that I've talked about. Where I was talking about like huge deals that we're doing, we're talking about $150,000 in profit in 2 deals that are low end, lower purchase prices, not low end, but lower purchase prices. And then we're talking about deals that are only $8,000 in profit, things like that. So part of our mentality is that, I'm a big baseball fan, so I use the baseball analogy, we're okay with the singles, right? You're okay with the singles. And then when the doubles and the triples and the home runs and the grand slams come on, even better, right? But you got to be okay with the singles in your business. And some people are out there and they're like talking about, well, I only shoot for the home runs. And you know what? If you think about it from the baseball standpoint, the guy that goes out there and swings for the fences every at bat, yeah, he's going to hit some home runs, but more than likely he's going to strike out, right? That's just the way that works. So we're out there, swinging away, taking our hacks, and then we're seeing what we get. And obviously we're getting great deals, and we're getting these single deals, and they all come together and they make a profitable running land business. You can do the same thing. So you may sit there and say, well, why? Why are you able to do this? What's different? I've been using these other programs. I've been using this other information, and it's not working for me the same way. And it really comes down to a couple different things. One is, it's just a huge one. We actually do what we teach, which is huge, right? What we're telling you guys is what we're doing ourselves in our business. So there are some people that are doing the same thing, that are educating, but basically they've only been doing this land business in the last few years. So it's only been when things are super hot. And so because of that, as things change, they're guessing as well on how to deal with it because they've never dealt with it before. And so they've got to make the changes as it's coming, as opposed to being prepared and being ready and knowing how to handle it so that they can keep their business going. The other side of that is the ones that have been out for 15 years and basically haven't changed anything. It's still the same information, and the information that they give you, it's like I had a couple people just this week reach out to me, and they're saying, well, things are outdated, that I have, and I really don't know how to work with that. And, then if you want to, join into some program or something like that with them, they might help one person that works with them and actually does these things, to help you to strategize for that. But it's not part of what's actually included because they're giving you information that's from years ago. And it's very interesting. I was listening to a business book this week. And one of the things that he was talking about was how many people don't use their own products and how that shows through in business. And he brought up, there's a couple different reasons why people don't use their own products. One is obviously that they've become so successful in education that they scale back in the real estate investing business. The problem with that, obviously, is if you do that, then your information doesn't have the relevancy that it once did. And so that's an example there, which leads to the main reason that a lot of people don't use their own product that he was speaking about. And that's they simply don't believe in it, right? They put it together as an information product to sell to you, and they believe in selling the information, and they believe in the hype, and they believe in all that stuff, but they actually don't believe in it working. So what they do for investing, if they invest, what they do in their businesses, all of those things are different from the information that they give to you because they don't believe in it themselves. That's not the case with us, right? What we give you is what we actually do. We believe in our product. We believe in the information that we're providing. The things that we have given to you here on Crushing Land, the things that we give to you in our Land Riches Blueprint program, the things that we give to you in our coaching programs, our a la carte coaching, all of these different things are things that we are actually doing day in and day out to get deals done, land deals in our business, and then can pass that along to you. We're already creating more updates with our Land Riches Blueprint and goal and our coaching programs. Why are we doing that? Because as things shift here and as the strategy shift and as more things are added in that we are doing ourselves, as we told you, lifetime upgrades. So we're bringing that to you as well. So when it comes to, well, this isn't working, the information I have is old, or it's great for the economy in 2019, but it's not great for the economy in 2023, or it's not great when there's heavier competition, or whatever it may be, all of these different things along the lines, that's where, we step in and we're showing you that we're different, and we're proving that to you, through things like this to give you that information. The fact that we're here in the group, we're giving you these things, showing you these deals, see me posting about them. We're actually out there in the trenches doing that each and every day. So with that being said, what can you do to obviously keep things going? Well, one of the things that I've always preached is consistency and volume. You've heard me say that over and over and over again. Be consistent in your business, meaning letters go out, texts go out, both go out, whatever it may be that you're doing. We teach these different aspects, but whatever it is, you do them each and every day, or each and every week, I should say, right? You do different parts of your business each and every day, but each and every week you have mail going out, or you have text going out, or you have both going out. You have constant contact. And then because of that, what's going on? You're following up, you have offers, going out, you have second, all the things that we teach you, and that's how you're getting properties in. So that's a very, very important part of this. And I've always taught that. And then the volume is also a huge part, where obviously to begin with, you may only be able to contact, 500 people a week or something, but then you up that as you have the ability to do it. So consistency and volume, I've always taught. I'm going to add a third thing in right now for where we're at, and that is persistency. You're going to be consistent, you're going to have volume, and you're going to be persistent with things. What does that mean? It means following up. It means continuing to do things. The one and done and waiting for the right person to come along strategy is old. It doesn't work anymore. And so, for example, this property that I'm selling right now, we've got a couple different ones that I mentioned to you. So one of the ones the one I told you about, they're going to make about $80,000 on, that seller came from text messaging, but it took being persistent with them and answering some questions and going back and forth and working with him in order to get that done, and then pushing it to closing and still working with them. On the other side of the thing, I told you about a property that we're selling in making a $72,000 or so in profit. That deal was on the other end. That one was hand-holding the buyer for a number of weeks, answering questions, working along with them, guiding them along in order to get it done. Even the lower end owner finance deal that I talked to you about, there was a lot of follow-up, a lot of back and forth to get that signed. There's a persistency that needs to be involved here in this business. I'm not saying that it's hours and hours and hours a week. It's not. But it's also a matter of not just dropping the ball and being like, here's your contract. If you sign it, great. If you don't, and that's what a lot, we're one and done. We send these things, then, and if they sign, they're great. And if not, we move on. Or, the same thing with their buyers. They send them a contract, and then here we are a week later, they might send a follow-up. Hey, are you still interested? If they don't hear anything, they're done. You've got to go beyond that. You've got to be persistent in this business. And if you do, you'll see results like we're seeing. You can see the same thing. This isn't just me. Genus does the same thing. He was on here last week. He's actually going to be here next week with you guys. Again, live format like this. He's going to be in here. He's going to be answering your questions. He's going to talk to you about his own business. He's going to talk to you about himself. Raw and real with Genus. I mean, you're going to hear these things with him. You're going to be able to ask your own questions to see where he's at. But you're going to see that we're doing the same stuff, because the biggest deal is that we're actually relevant and doing this stuff right now and then bringing it to you. So again, as mentioned, because of that, we are updating information. There's going to be updates to the Land Riches Blueprint course coming out again soon. So a relatively new course that we're not new to teaching, but relatively new course that we put out. We've already updated it once, and we're going to do more updates for you. Why? Because we're giving you the most relevant information for the current time and what works and what strategies work and the way to keep this going. So if you're interested in talking about anything that we have to offer, working with us at any level, whether it be our Land Riches Blueprint program, any of our a la carte coaching methods, feel free to reach out to us. Our number is 980-357-4545. We're happy to talk to you about any of these things. We can put a link in the comments. You can schedule a call at your convenience for time convenient to you as well. We're happy to do that as well. But again, these are things that are happening right now. I mean, we're doing this 50th episode, this recording, this live thing and the recording. If you're listening to it later, I mean, it's August 9th, 2023, as we're talking about this. And this is the stuff that is working right now. And again, we have students that are having the same results. You can have the same results. But again, the questions that I get asked all the time is like, well, I can't keep, these land deals just aren't working anymore. I'm not getting the things that the prices are too crazy. I've heard somebody say that just this week, or somebody else is saying, I'm just not getting the responses that I was before. I've gotten a few, but there's been a lot of different things that are happening. And yes, that is true. There is some stuff where this moves as it goes, right? It goes up and it goes down. It's never going to be always exactly the same. The letters, the offer responses, that you get to letters or text messages and things like that, those vary. So 1 week it's going to be this, 1 week it's going to be that, or by the year it's going to change. We're obviously not at the same response rates that we were just a few years ago. As the economy shifts more, they'll go back up. But being consistent beyond that, being persistent behind that, continuing to do things, that's where the deals happen. And again, you guys can all have the same results. So again, thanks for joining us today, just joining us for this live program. It was nice to be here with you guys. Thank you again for all of our subscribers. And if you like the content, you like what we're bringing to you, like it, subscribe to it on YouTube, subscribe to it on our podcast. Again, we've got a lot more stuff planned just here in the next few weeks and upcoming months, actually, next couple of months, that are going to help you in bringing your business even further along at different levels. Again, if you want to talk to anybody about anything, give us a call, 980-357-4545. Or again, we'll put a link in the comments where you can just call, or you can schedule a call at a time convenient to you. So again, thank you. And just keep in mind, yes, times have changed. Yes, things are different, but there is still a lot of deals happening out there. If you structure things right, if you do things right, if you follow the right paths, all of those things, if you have the right information, if you're educating yourself properly, all of that. So if you do those things, you can really, really have success as well. So again, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll be with you more. Join in us next week for Genus as he goes live, as he discusses all the things raw and real in his business. It breaks it down for you, and then follow us along here over the next number of weeks as we're going to bring you even more information that can help you with your business. A lot of things on the horizon there. So again, thanks a lot. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here for our 50th episode and our 100th video overall. And we'll catch you next time on Crushing Land or anywhere else that we see you.